I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jeffrey, I think you're up first, please.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. I don't think this thing is on.
She's just trying to move out of camera. Yep. I think you're on now.
Okay, here we go. That's better. All right, good evening, everyone. A wonderful evening it is. We have a couple things to discuss from last month, the water and sewer report. We did obtain 3 bids for the fence encompassing the pump station at the hotel. The lowest bidder was $6,100. I would like to pursue complete replacement of this fence. Obviously, the PVC material has not stood well to time. We do see a lot of wind and a lot of sun on that shoreline. The existing fence, I don't know if any of you have been able to take a look, but it's actually in pieces right now. The gate is barely functional. We do have kind of this aesthetic appeal around the hotel that we like to maintain with the congruence of colors and everything. So I would certainly encourage us doing something. We've been approached by the hotel at least 3 times in the last 3 years regarding this fence. We've had our operators mend it several times, and of course this latest windstorm just completely knocked it over. So I would encourage a complete replacement rather than repair. I did provide 3 quotes. 2 of those quotes I believe have a cost for repairing attached with the quote too. So if you guys would like to review that and take some time with that, I'd be more than happy to reach out to the contractors if we decide to go that direction. We also have an amended Aqualogics quote for our Mitchmar pump station. As you might recall, the first quote we obtained from them also included communications at the across the street adjacent State Street pump station. So this quote, we took care of the communications issue at State Street. This quote is simply just for the upgrade modifications to the level controls at so I would encourage review of that. We also had a DEC inspection at our chemical bulk storage facility at Cedar Point State Park. Basically, they inspect these facilities every 5 years. Our chemical bulk storage tank is given a New York State registration number. Anything over 500 gallons, I believe, needs to be registered through the state. They did find a couple minor issues. They discovered that there needs to be a check valve in place of the fill port where our chemical supplier fills the tank with sodium hypochlorite. They wanted to see a check valve in place. I needed to have an engineered inspector write us a certification when we installed that tank about 4 years ago saying that it was installed to specifications. So we went back to our engineers at DANK and we were able to have them issue us a letter. So that should suit that aspect. And also we just had the mayor sign the spill response plan. So that they just found that there was a signature missing in our document on the wall. So with those 3 items taken care of, we should be in good shape and we'll see them again in another 5 years. We did have an overflow at the East Union pump station on April 5th. If you recall, we did get hit with quite a heavy rainstorm. The station overflowed, mostly clear storm water for about a half hour. Everything has been reported. And again, the corrective action is to address the I&I issues that we have in our sewer collection system, or particularly that segment that we are all well aware of.
Have you talked to Manfred yet about
I have, yep. I spoke with Abe at Manfred, and let me just say, a couple weeks ago they did hit a water main on State Street. They accidentally pulled a cord out of the top, so it was basically just a 1-inch hole. And we weren't able to isolate that line. Of course, that's why this line is being replaced. All these valves and pipes are quite well antiquated, and the stem inside the valve broke, so we weren't able to isolate that segment of line. So rather than going through a boil water advisory and depressurizing our system, we encouraged our operators to jump in the trench with them and fix it live, essentially, so we could prevent that. I understand as they were trying to isolate this region, they were moving further and further out, adjusting valves around the proximate blocks to that area. Some of the dirty water inside the pipe did get stirred up as a result of that, and I believe they canceled school as a result. They saw some muddy water. Rest assured, the water is still safe, still meets all state standards, but of course it's not nice to have brown water coming out of your faucet, you know, obviously as a result of us stirring up that line and manipulating all these valves. That was the result. However, we were able to fix it live. We did not have to go under a boil water advisory, so that's important. And also, the authority completed the annual water quality report for 2025. That is now provided on the village's website as attached in attachment number 5 for your review. And hot off the press, last Thursday we had an application for a water and sewer connection on lot number 17 on Washington Island. So I'm currently under review of these plans. I've got drawings. We've got great connection points. It's a rather simple residential water and sewer connection. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they probably already submitted his application fee.
Yes, he did. He came in.
Oh, great. Okay. So pending further review, I would encourage acceptance of this application. And
Do you want us to do that tonight?
Can we? Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can turn it around for next week.
Yes.
Where did you submit those attachments for the, I don't seem to see them.
Attachment number 5 should include the annual water quality report.
That would be
Correct, and of course my report ends up being like 60 pages long when I include all these attachments. So when I sent this email out, I did include all those attachments, but I'm not sure if when you received the agenda, you might have received an abbreviated version of my report, and they may not have included all the attachments.
I don't see any.
You usually get the whole thing.
like you said.
Did you guys get it? The other?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
we
you
did.
did, okay.
Just, when did he send it?
I'm sorry, the annual water quality report is attachment number 6.
This one,
Yes.
May 19.
Okay, so the attachments wasn't in the agenda?
No,
No, it's
Okay.
separate.
because like he said,
There's 60 pages.
yeah, they just become so big that
Okay.
Oh, okay.
that's probably why we doesn't. So they would be in his separate one.
I will send that to you in a separate attachment if you'd like, because I would like you guys to.
I have it, Jeff.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the VOC water sewer status report email,
Yep.
May 19th.
Do we need a motion to go forth with the fence repair or replacement, or would you guys like to review those a little closer? I actually just contacted the first 3 contractors that come up on a Google search. So if you guys know anyone else that might, I often thought of having the Amish do it, but obviously getting them paid would be a little bit of a challenge.
Right here. That's on the report. Talk about this.
Who were the other 2?
Oh, Taylor Fence, was it the North Country Fence? And, forgive me, I don't have it in front of me right
Are you replacing it?
now. I'd like to.
I'm saying, then what would you replace it with?
I would replace it with red cedar wood rather than the PVC plastic material that you see.
Is that going to be less susceptible to the wind?
I believe it'll be more concrete. Yeah, they'll cedar's 4x4 pressure treated posts rather than your hollow PVC posts that are blowing over. Of course, there is going to be a wind catch. We do need to make this a privacy fence essentially, so you're not able to see through it is the idea. So I believe with wood, I just believe it would be more structurally integral.
It's a little easier to fix it too. If something goes wrong with it, you can get after it with materials
Stain
that
it
are pretty
again.
readily available.
Right. I know costs of everything are going up these days,
Oh,
so everything's just a sticker shock for me.
We order it in another month, it'll be even more expensive.
You're right. And I'd also like to mention that Manfred Construction is working quite well with the village. Every time they have questions to valves or just old water lines, they're very corresponding, cordial with both myself and Terry.
So do we need a motion for the events?
For the fence,
If everyone's fine with it,
Yep.
all right. So could I have a motion to accept the low bidder or?
That's correct. North Country Fence was found to be the lowest
All right.
bidder at $61.27.
Could we have a motion for that?
I can motion to accept the bid for North Country Fence at $61.27, 14 cents.
Could we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Great. Okay, and we approved the motion for Steve Hall's new development on Washington Island. Great. Okay.
Is everybody okay with that? We'll make a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve Steve Hall on Washington Island.
In a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you.
All right. Fantastic. Unless you have any questions for me, that's all I had this evening.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
I don't have any questions.
All right. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jeff. Any questions in regard to the DPW report?
Only one.
Yes.
Did the Montanti family give us the bicycle? Are we getting it?
They're getting it,
Oh.
but no, it's not there yet. Yes,
I told Scout they wanted it.
yes. But yes, we are getting it, and it's gonna be placed on a piece of concrete and attached to somewhere. I think it's either to the building or somewhere else, so that it doesn't get taken away.
What I was going to say is I already told this to the chamber, and they are absolutely thrilled. with
Yes,
this.
yes.
And then I told them my story about how he was the first person I ever met here in 1978, I think it was.
And then also, Terry, I spoke to him, sidewalks will be started, I believe, this week,
Oh, great.
along with, if you haven't been down on Mary Street, they repainted all the lines
Looks great.
on there, so that looks good, so that's completed, and then most likely next week, they will start with curbs and things of that nature for the painting of it. I thought the downtown looked very nice when they did that a week ago, and they appeared to get that done in one night. That's when it appeared. So I thought that was very good also. So we got that, but yes, okay.
Yeah, and the Legion has their signs up now.
Oh, yes, they're all,
They look nice.
yes, they look very good.
A little smaller, I thought, than the other ones, but
That was their decision.
yes, yeah,
Yes, okay, super.
look good.
The docks are open, people are coming in. Summer looks like it's here. Or starting anyways, I guess. Okay. Let's see, David.
All right, good evening. Presented a combined April-May report this month since I was not available last month. Fairly light on business with permits and building permits, zoning permits. A lot of decks and sheds are the highlight of the month. So had some deck replacements. 334 Riverside is one of the art studio shops on the corner. They did some upgrade renovations to Harbor Hotel at 200 Riverside. The house demolition at 821 is part of the French Creek plantation. It was one of the dilapidated houses. We've also started, or they have started the slab foundations for the tiny homes up on the lot by Wall Street and Strawberry. So I think 2 of them are in right now. They actually have put a couple tiny homes into their existing trailer park encampment, which was a good sign, something that Heinz had been promoting. As the old ones go out, new ones come in, which is a better looking product. We had a solar system at a private residence going on at James. Zoning permits, again, sheds. The only one that really stood out was Brooks Drive, was a house with an attached garage. I didn't know there was that big of a lot back there, but there is. And you can actually get back into one of the old sections of French Creek if you drive through there, which I enjoyed and did. We had a permit for a coffee shop at 606 Alexandria, which is, and I'll get this wrong, it's either Wood Boat Inn or Wooden Boat Inn.
Wooden,
Wooden. Okay,
yes.
not to be confused with the Ale House.
Yes.
So Melissa put that in there for a coffee shop. That got denied because of the way the permitting and allowability of multiple enterprises at the same lot. She appealed. We went to variance, and then that got denied there as well. A couple more sheds. And we had some sign permits. Sunshine Cafes on Riverside. Replaces the other sandwich shop that used to be there. Gloss and Glow, 814 Riverside with a hanging side. Wilbur was going to put up a massive banner, 30 by 10 or something like that, along the facade where the Mafia blocks are, to promote his tiny homes. And I basically said that he wasn't going to get it, by my personal view, and he withdrew it. He's going to do some type of alternative signage on his property, promoting it. We do have a site plan review was submitted just this last week, or 2 weeks ago. This is 708 and 714 James. There's an existing dwelling there that has apartments, and the other one, which I think is 714, is the old Hunter's Market building. And they're looking to convert those into apartment complexes, and that's going to planning board next month, or next week. Yes?
I think, is the 714 the property down below?
That's what I believe.
Not Hunter's.
I thought it was,
Because Hunter's is, I'm just looking for clarification.
I thought it was Christian's.
Yeah, Christian Realty.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
That's why I was going to
And
ask
then
you.
that would be I think one is whatever, 708, and then the other part might be 714.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought, the way I looked at, I'm sorry, but they have like a little parking area
Yes.
between it, right?
Yes, and then there's acreage. Go down the little hill, there's acreage. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I
I-
must not have seen it correctly.
That's what I'm assuming,
yeah.
because Hunter's belongs in that entire strip,
Right.
and they wouldn't just sell that one particular.
We'll get clarification for the
That's all.
planning board meeting.
Were they gonna put, how many were they trying to put in that one building?
I'm a little confused on that right now. It wasn't well defined in
No.
the zoning information package that they gave me. So we're gonna get clarification on the 4th.
I looked at the submission and I was a little confused as to the parking. Almost looked like he was showing it as underneath the apartment or something. I don't know. But we'll see what the planning department is.
All right. We did have a couple candidates for the zoning board of appeals. Peter Strauss. This was an unusual one. He came to us. He wanted to put up a less than 144 square foot shed, which is a non-permitted allowed. it's on skids, and he couldn't get the doors to work correctly where he wanted to place it, or he was blocking another door, and so he wanted to move it 2 feet closer to his line, so he had to get a variance to 3 feet versus 5 feet, and that got approved. Here is Melissa Mole's use variance, which was denied, and then we've got the house at French Creek that was going for review. Planning board, we had the French Bay duplex units at 812 and 814 Union. Those got presented. Those are technically approved. We're still looking at plans. The building permits have been issued. Again, next month we've got the multi-family dwellings that we talked about, and then we've got our fees. That's my world.
I would like to make just one comment about 606 Alexandria Street. Another reason a lot of that whole process was denied is because it's neighborhood residential.
Yeah.
And the hotel that's there has been there since the 40s, we're assuming. And there probably was no zoning in Clayton at that time. A little clarification on that one.
And I will make a note for the, what was it? The 708 and 714 James Street. So, just looked it up on a map. They paved down that hill already, and that has created a lot of water issues
Right.
for the properties around one which I
Yeah.
own. So the whole backyard is a swamp for like half the spring. So I think if they're gonna create more building structure there or more paving, that's obviously a concern for the neighborhood of displaced water.
Yep.
I'm sure
That
my neighbor as well.
that has become
Yeah.
that's become an issue for almost all new
Yeah.
projects that we're trying to deal with because we are so crammed in here.
Mm-hmm.
We are right on top of each other. One neighbor's runoff is somebody else's runoff,
Exactly.
and I've got the same problem. So
Yep.
it unofficially official concern that we raise up at all of these hearings and meetings.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
Any other?
Yeah, one other thing, Dave. Late last year, I think it was, before you left for a while, you talked to us about a proposed draft of a letter to go out to folks that aren't following along with our ordinances around here. And is there any update about that?
We have issued a couple letters.
I thought we were going to see a draft or something.
I thought we had given the draft out.
I don't recall that. But anyway, okay. Well, you're good.
And also, Mike has also been calling people, and then if nothing is you don't see any activity, then the letter has been going out. Yes. And there's a lot of song and dance with every phone call.
And I'll double check my notes, and if I can present the letter to you guys. One was generated by a complaint, which drove that one. A noise complaint.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Any questions or calls on the comments about the police activity report? I have been told, this happened a few weeks ago, but one of our residents at the transitional living house has been moved out. The individual that loved to pick up cigarette butts, he's been moved to either Watertown or to Governor, I'm not sure where. That's it. Thank you. Any questions on the consent agenda, items 1, 2, and 3? If not, could we have a motion for that, please?
I'll make that motion to
In a second?
approve the consent agenda.
In a second?
I can second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Capital projects, could we have a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
And a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I know, right. I agree. Alrighty. Joanne.
Just a few annual contracts. Did you get my email about Clayton, the last minute email I sent out?
Yeah, it ended up in my junk file. I don't know how that happened.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. Yeah,
I just saw it just now.
we're not going to address that tonight.
Okay.
So it's the CLDC grant writing agreement, there's two agreements, in the local economic agreement. Is everyone okay? It's pretty much the same as last
Yeah,
year.
it hasn't been changed. Alright. Could I have a motion for the grant writing agreement?
I'll make the motion.
And a second?
I can second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. We also need a motion for the CLDC themselves. We give them $10,000 every year. And I think next year when it comes back to budget time, we might want to look at that because they're hanging on by their threads and we need them, for sure. But that's a next year conversation.
I'll make that motion.
And a second.
I'll second
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Motion for municipal solutions.
I put in the fees for 2025, just to give you an idea of the rate increase. I think Amanda told me it was like $30 or something.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Yep. I'll make the motion.
And a second.
that. I'll second
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. And then could we have a motion to approve the April financial statements?
I'll make a motion to approve the April financial
Thank you.
statements.
And
I'll
a
second.
second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
that. Aye.
Motion carried. And a motion for the 2025 financials and single audit for 2025.
I'll make the motion,
And a second.
because I read it.
I can second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's really fun reading too.
I bet it is, yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Alrighty, that's good. Meredith asked me the last meeting, some of the comments, what do you do about them, So I did speak to the police department about O'Brien's, and they spoke with Buffy. I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know if the individual is still parking there, but I think that's taken care of. The parking on James Street, that was put in by the DOT when they did the project, and we believe it was put in because that is an alleyway. I personally would keep it the way that it is, but, I mean, we can make 2 parking spaces on it.
Did the ownership of the building change? Is the building, the coffee shop building, did that change the ownership of the building? Is that why Kathy was asking?
What building?
It's the Lyric.
Oh, the
Yes,
building.
it
This is
did.
the driveway next to the Lyric.
No, it's not,
That's
I'm sorry,
the one next to it.
it's the driveway next to, or the alleyway next to the TI Museum,
Okay.
yes.
Well,
Yes.
in either case, we don't
Yes.
know years from now what's going to be there. So, I mean, I'd hate to have somebody have to come back and say, you got a parking spot in front of my
I
driveway.
don't disagree with it, and like I had mentioned, it's nice to have a little bit of breathing room, not just, yes, those are my thoughts.
But she said it doesn't fit a car, right?
No, I think you probably could make two, at least 1 parking space
okay.
out of it, she
No,
just,
the alleyway doesn't fit a car. That's what she said.
You can.
you can,
Okay.
but it doesn't have a drive up from the back, from James Street.
Got it.
There's no curb there.
Oh.
It's just, yes. But this was done by the DOT before they handed it over to the village, so that's why it is that way.
That makes sense.
Rob, you had sent me, but I apologize, I don't remember, did you send it to the entire board about, or you did a, text about the youth commission?
I think I just.
We
sent it.
talked about, it was about the bathrooms.
Oh, yes, I
was the
think I just
question.
sent it to you.
Okay. Would you like
And
to
then,
expound upon it?
Scott reported back to me that the bathrooms are only open when there's an event going on down there, and basically, that's because if you leave them open, there's vandalism and problems with those.
And that's at Lions Field?
Yeah, that might be, right.
Alrighty. Let's see, the Antique Boat Museum will have their dedication of their new building on Friday. It begins at 3:30. And next Tuesday, the 2nd of June, there is a meeting in Watertown about Airbnbs. I believe it starts at 6 or 6:30. So if anyone is going, anybody wants to
The 6th of June.
carpool, is it the 6th?
That's the Tuesday.
The following Tuesday.
What day is that? See if I got it on my calendar.
I have it as the 2nd of June.
Oh, sorry, I said 6.
The
Sorry.
6th is a
I had
Saturday. I'm not doing
Okay,
meetings.
6:30 then, right?
Yeah, yes, it is. So if anybody'd like to go and carpool together,
I
let
will
us know.
go back.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good, and the boat's coming back the beginning of June, it'll be back in twice, or the cruise ship that is.
That was bigger than I thought.
Is it big?
It almost took the whole dock out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Well, we'll see, like Bob, we'll see how this next one turns out.
I heard
But the
everything
first one was very good.
went fine.
Yes, that's everything that I heard, yes.
Except for, I think when they left, they had to turn around and come back or something, for an extra day.
Bring them in all the time, we're good with that.
Yeah.
Trustee Bonnesdale Nims, any comments?
I was notified about a urban and community forestry grant that we could apply for. So I'm looking into that with
All right.
Carly Bonestell Schweitzer.
Yes.
On helping the village be assessed and create some sort of assistance program for more vegetation potentially. So I'll keep you all posted on what I
Very
explore
good.
about that.
Thank you. Trustee McDowell?
As I mentioned to you before, I mentioned well, first of all, the chamber is not having any meetings for the summer because they'll be busy. And so I mentioned to them about the dedication to Louis down there, and they were thrilled. They have a lot of good things planned for the summer, and hopefully the weather will be with us and we'll be in good shape.
When is the food and wine? Is it the 5th and 6th or the 19th and 20th?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know off the top of my head. Something else I was going to mention to you that I forgot. Anyway, I'll think of it.
Trustee Riddock?
Okay, Han Memorial Library, they have, their summer reading program is kicking off soon. They're excited about that. They're going to be open on Saturdays, starting June 6th. They're applying for many grants, and they have some questions about the building, that we own the building.
Yes.
And they would like to know if we can get them some grip strips on the front steps. These would be those black strips that are rough to help with traction, so I'll
Yeah.
talk to Terry about that.
We put them on.
They were on there.
But they wore out, I think,
It
during the
winter does
winter.
again. So
Yes, yes,
they'd like
that
those
shouldn't be a problem.
replaced.
Yep.
I'll talk to Terry
Yes.
about getting
Okay.
that done. They have a bench, they have a library picnic table that's out front. And it's a metal, picnic table that's kind of mesh, and it's coated with plastic. And
Blue
we're
one?
struggling with the plastics coming off and what to do with it. So, there's a lot of discussion going on about that. I said if you decide to throw it away, we'll happily throw it away for free because it can use metal. You can just go in the metal dumpster down.
I mean, I may be incorrect because I don't know.
But a lot of people use this bench.
Don't you think it should go away every winter?
That would help, yeah.
But I don't know.
Because there's salt and everything down there.
Exactly.
That's all.
And they've left it out for
So,
numerous winters, so maybe,
It is often used, and it's
Yes.
really just the benches that are suffering which is what's gonna scratch up somebody's leg.
Yes.
Because it's just like plastic coating that goes on. Anyways,
Okay.
we're working on that. And then the side ramp needs to be repainted. They want to know what we can do to help them on that.
Okay. You can speak with Terry about
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
All that. And just to comment on the trees, there's a lot of trees that have died along James Street up in our end. And, I'd be interested in having some of those replaced, helping you, whatever.
Been
Want
on the
any help
radar
with
for a
that?
while, yes.
That'd be great. A lot of the maples have died along James Street between the light and, let's say, like Victorian
Okay.
on both sides.
Yes.
We've had a couple residents talk about trees there, that they would like to see us do something, replacement or whatever that we can for them.
Good.
Thank you.
Food and wine is the 12th to the 14th.
Because the 6th of June is
Trash and treasure.
Trash and Treasure, and then also Family Fun Day at the Boat Museum. That's
They had, oh, that was okay. They had the chamber event at the boat museum, and they were giving tours of the new building. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Holy, they spent a fortune in there. They have 2 10-ton overhead cranes. Unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Nice.
They had the, pardon me, suspended in there. And the engine out of it.
I just love their door.
Yeah.
Behind me, the road.
Yeah.
That was-
yeah, so come down on Friday. The support is great for them. Yes. Mr. Basnet,
Yeah,
would you,
Hello.
do you have anything you'd like to say to us?
I would, if you don't mind, and I hate,
Yep, come right on up.
I really apologize for hijacking, a,
Oh, I
agenda,
thought you were
because
already
I frankly didn't want to get on the agenda, so I just kind of showed up, but, here, pass this out so you guys can have them. Yeah, pleasure. Here we go.
Thank you.
Do you have one?
I don't, believe me, I've
You've
written,
got it.
I've,
You've written
I
it.
wrote it, yep. So I'm Jeff Besnay, I'm the director of Tuesday Club. You probably know us most from, we're the group that gives the second graders all the brand new bicycles at the end of the year. We do a whole lot of other things, but one of the things that came up recently is we would like to provide some sports equipment to a locker or a, not really locker, but just at least a box, a waterproof box with some sports equipment, tennis rackets, basketballs. We'd like to put one here, and we'd like to put one at Zero, just for anyone to use. Now, we are going to lock the box to the fence, right? So that's why I wanted to make sure that the town was good. But we are going to leave it open. We do understand stuff will go missing, but we just intend to keep replacing it. Pretty soon, maybe the whole town will have their own free basketball. But regardless, that's fine. We're okay with that. And we do intend to have, basketball, soccer ball, wiffle ball bat, wiffle ball, tennis rackets, tennis balls. We'll have the pickleball rackets at Zero. And really, it's just a large locker. We want to have a sign on the top that says, for the use in this area. Kind of give them a little. We're going to say, some honor, integrity. Try to, make sure they feel guilty enough to return it. And leave it for everyone. When we figure we'll have it there, we'll monitor it, each week, keep an eye on it. Nothing dangerous, no baseball bats, nothing like that. But we will keep an eye on it. When the nets go down, we'll take the boxes with us and then put them back, the next year. So I don't know what kind of approval I needed and whatnot. I definitely want the board support because obviously it's going to be locked to your fence. And if somebody demolishes it, the town knows who to contact to go fix it, and we'll be happy to do so. So that's the extent of this initial push, and I'm hoping that we can get the board's approval. All right.
I love that idea.
Sounds great.
I mean, it's just not there. Nobody. I don't know. Let the kids play. I think it'd be worthwhile. It's not going to be like really fancy stuff. I mean. It's not the top of the line, but hey, that's what we're planning to do. Okay?
So could we have a motion to accept their donation?
I'll make that motion.
And a second?
I'll gladly second.
All in favor?
Hey, thank you very much. That was
The only-
easier.
Thank you.
The only other comment I would put on here, Jeff,
Yep.
and I think it's gonna go unnoticed, is please close the lid. I'm just thinking of
Oh,
rain.
that's a good idea.
I'm just thinking
Yep.
of.
I mean, nothing can get demolished. We're not gonna have, leather products. We just don't want it, there is a drain in the bottom of the
Okay,
box, so
yes.
the water will drain out, but
Right.
you're right, it's a good point.
But I don't know if they'll read it.
Yeah.
Would there be in the future, like, donate your old stuff,
Well,
like, as kind of like a replenishment, like if
You
you
know,
have
it's
your
really,
own?
it's funny you say that, because we did talk to a bunch of people, and they, we say we're gonna, all of our group, I mean, there's only 9 of us, but we'll go through and we'll monitor it each week, but we did have a lot of response saying, oh geez, if I've got, soccer ball, I'll just put it in there. So a lot of people would be very happy to provide that stuff. I just don't want to get it filled up,
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah,
20 soccer
right, filled up
balls.
with, stuff they were gonna throw out. So we will be at least discriminate about it and make sure that it's all worthwhile stuff, but we're gonna keep it kind of on the down low, as far as donations go, just to prevent that. But I think it'll go over well. Hell,
That's really cool.
I think
Yeah.
it will also. Thank
all
you.
right, great, thank you
All right,
very, very
Thank
much.
you.
Mr. Duford, I apologize.
I jumped ahead of you.
Well,
I
I
hijacked
invited you
your
up, Jeff.
agenda and I took your spots.
You did good.
All right, thank you very much,
Thank you.
everybody.
I only had one comment. Dave came up and talked about things going on in planning and zoning, but one of the things that I talked to Mike about, and I think it would be an idea for all the trustees, is one, I asked him if he was keeping track of complaints. What is the procedure, are you putting them in the file cabinet and forgetting about them, or are you, keeping them going? So one of the things I thought would be kind of good for us would be is that if maybe they would, say once a month, just list the complaints that they have and give us to us so that we can understand, maybe we don't even know that somebody's complaining, because they're complaining to another, like Mike or Dave or somebody. So just a list, keep us informed. You think?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
What are the
Very much
complaints, like, it's about permits and zoning and,
Well, one of them would be like the parking. Paul brought up a parking one. There's other people that brought up something about the house, the one up on Gray Street. There's one on Frontenac, but those kind of things,
Yeah.
that.
And also the vehicles that are unregistered,
okay.
that have been unregistered and sitting there for years, not just for a year.
And that gives us a better idea of this complaint was done 3 years ago or
Yes.
something, and
Where
we still
are
have that
we with
problem,
all
right?
this? Yes.
It's time to act. Right.
You reminded me of one quick thing. You done?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I want to interrupt.
No, I'm done.
Okay, so I talked to Tricia Bannister privately about, I told her that over the years, there was an organization some years ago called, that people were welcome to a new community with a basket.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
And that's
was,
disbanded, right, exactly. So that disbanded. So some years ago, I think Norma used to do it for people who moved into town. And what happened was that she would give stuff, whatever, in a basket, and in that would also be from the businesses, where they would give like a business card with a 10% off or something like that, or donate, a bottle of beer or like, a bottle of wine or whatever, and as part of the gift. And I remember that she would take it out and read it to people. That's one thing. I asked Tricia if the chamber would be interested in doing something like that going forward, and somebody with a title, a mayor, trustee, head of the chamber, whoever, would go to that person's door and say, hey, welcome to Clayton, and by the way, here's a list of...
Welcome wagon.
Welcome wagon. Here's the things you need to know. A little one-page thing. So that would get to everybody new in town, so that they would know, these are things that you kind of have to know, like the sidewalk issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're in agreement, she's in agreement that she would be willing to do that in conjunction with us. I don't know how we're gonna break that down, we have to work that out, maybe the village will provide the basket, I don't know.
Right.
So the other one too is that I thought that somebody brought up a great point, I forget who it was, that not everybody reads the sun, not everybody looks at internet. If we were to put out a couple times a year, and not too many people, I think, are turning over their water bill and looking on the back. They're just paying it and moving on. And I would suggest that maybe we do a little flyer, and I'm happy to do it because I did it when we ran for election, when all of us ran for election, go door to door and leave it in our mailbox. And twice a year, these are the things we got to remind people.
Yeah.
You have to do this.
Well, it was a little funny, after the conversation a week or two went up at the last board meeting, the next day, we got a card in the mail, this by this, with all that information on it from, I don't know if it was the DEC, but it was from somebody in New York State, and Amanda was gonna call and see how much those cards were, because it's right there. And I did think, and thank you, I did think the same thing as maybe everybody takes 2 streets or 3 streets, and we just get them out and do that. So I will check with Amanda tomorrow to see what she found out. I agree with that 100%.
So in that case, I mean, I think it's a nice thing to do, number one, but number two is people can't say, I didn't know.
Right.
Because it's on the internet, it's in the Thousand Island Sun, it's now in your mailbox.
Yeah.
You have to know.
They'll
So,
still
anyway.
say it, but
I'm-
Well, they may
it's a
not,
good idea,
yeah.
but they'll still say it
I
somewhere.
know, but
But
I
no.
kind of like, but anyway, back to the
Yeah.
chamber, they are
Yeah.
willing to work with us if we want to move forward with like a welcome wagon kind of thing.
Right.
but-
And I don't even know if I know the basket's very, very generous. I don't know if that's even necessary. Like, if I'm a new person and I moved, to the house that I'm in now, like, just someone coming to my door and saying, hi, I'm a person. Here's a one pager on things to know in Clayton.
Well, she also did just cards, Norma. She just,
Yeah.
say, welcome to Clayton,
So like, just a person to be like, if you have any questions, like, you can reach out to me. Here's my email. Like, whatever. I don't know.
Tricia liked it because the businesses downtown, in the village,
Sure.
want to promote themselves, and so they would be, she didn't see a problem with them handing a business
Right,
card out,
right.
give 10% off or whatever.
Yeah.
Come to my store.
Get them in the door,
Yes.
Anyway, on that note.
like back in the old days. when
And I'm
we
happy to like help
Well,
try
I,
to gather the information to put in.
Dinner,
right,
something they,
and again, if we do these cards, which I thought, they had about snow, they had about grass clippings, they had a number of things on there. And I thought, well, this is really nice, and we just need to take 2 or 3 streets and away we go,
Yeah.
and get that done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, see?
And come walking
See?
the sidewalk and,
Yeah,
Sounds like them though.
yeah, right?
yeah.
And I'd like to thank everyone for your response in reference to the Riverwalk. I will be speaking with her tomorrow to see what her feeling is about it. Sometimes she's yes, but we'll do that, and then once we get the okay from her, we'll figure out a time and go forward. So thank you for that. Motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
All right.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nah.
RJ Schweitzer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him on TV and I'm like,